Mr. Chairman, thank you for allowing me to appear before you. I am Ahmed Noorani. I have been an investigative journalist in Pakistan's capital Islamabad for almost 15 years, where I mostly reported about poor governance and corruption in public sector. I am living in exile in the United States for the last 5 years. In Pakistan, the army is all powerful, and criticizing or writing about military is almost impossible. I face serious problems and attacks, and my family was subjected to harassment throughout my career. Committee to Protect Journalists has documented many of these instances during the last 2 decades. One of the most serious attacks occurred in October 2017 when I was attacked in front of the headquarters of intelligence agency ISI, and my head was struck with iron rod and I was almost killed. But luckily I survived. Once I recovered, I resumed my work. In February 2019, after a job of 13 years, I was sacked. I was fired by my employer under the pressure of military. The allegation was that I used the photo of Jamal Khashoggi as my Twitter profile during the state visit of Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman to Pakistan. I was accepted into Scholars at Risk program at Missouri School of Journalism in 2020, where I launched a digital media platform, Fact Focus, using which I started reporting about the corruption of Pakistan Army journals. In 2022, I reported about the wealth accumulated by the family of the then Army Chief General Qamar Javed Bajwa. As a result, many cases were registered against me and my family home was raided. However, no one was arrested at that time. Simply few weeks before, in March 2025, I reported about the wrongdoings and nepotism of the current Army Chief, General Ahmed Nurani I, based on credible evidence and verified facts. Shortly after this publication, I became the target of severe transnational repression orchestrated by Pakistan Army. In retaliation for my reporting, my innocent family members in Pakistan were abducted, brutally tortured, and held in illegal custody, part of a ruthless campaign of silence to silence my voice and punish those connected to me. They were released after 33 days. After their release, Pakistan Army blocked bank accounts of all my family members, including the pension account of my 66-year-old mother, leaving them unable to meet even basic daily needs. They are living in the same condition even today. While the Fact Focus is already blocked in Pakistan, a few days before, Pakistan Army has even blocked my YouTube channel, which is currently the major source of my income. This is not justice. This is state terrorism. On November 26, 2024, Pakistan Army opened fire on peaceful protesters in front of the Parliament House in Islamabad, killing and injuring dozens of innocent citizens. What rules Pakistan today is not government. It is a criminal cartel in uniform, a mafia wrapped in flag, operating with total impunity under the illusion of national security. Let me be direct. These are war crimes. These are crimes against humanity. What kind of government assassinates its journalists abroad? What kind of regime torture critics and intimidate families on American soil? The murder of journalist Arshad Sharif in Kenya in 2022 was not a tragic error. It was a cross-border assassination coordinated with the foreign operatives to silence a voice that exposed Pakistan Army's corruption. Another prominent journalist, Dr. Mohit Pirzada, now in exile in the United States, has been labeled as a terrorist by the Pakistani state. His family properties have been seized, his relatives harassed, his voice attacked because he speaks truth. And I say this with utmost seriousness. What Pakistan's military and intelligence networks are doing on the American soil through digital surveillance, threatening calls, blackmail, intimidation of family members, and online harassment constitutes an attack on the US sovereignty. These are not just diplomatic issues. These are the federal crimes. They violate the Civil Rights Act, the Foreign Agents Registration Act, FORA, the very principle of political asylum and the safety that the United States promises to those fleeing tyranny. We are witnessing transnational repression in its most aggressive form, carried out by the journals wearing medals stained with the blood of their own people. And today, The machinery of repression is being led by General Ahmed Munir, the current chief of the army staff. Under his command, the military has intensified the crackdown on dissent, criminalized journalism, and extended policy of abduction activists, torturing citizens, and rigging elections. Mass trials of the military courts to threatening against exiles living in the West, Ahmed Munir has accelerated every tool of tyranny. His hands are no more cleaner than his predecessors. They may be bloodier. Let me remind this commission. Many politicians, including the chief of the biggest political party of the country, are rotting in solitary confinement on the fabricated charges. Thousands of peaceful protesters, citizens remain jailed without due process. The constitution has been gutted, replaced by the martial law in all but name. Judges are coerced, blackmailed, and silenced. Election commission is completely under military control, and it facilitated the army in rigging February 24 elections. Media is crushed. Journalists have to self-censor or have to face what I am facing or my family faced. X, formerly Twitter, was banned for more than a year. This is not democracy. It is military dictatorship cloaked in civilian clothes, run by the war criminals, mafias, and intelligence operatives who fear only one thing, the truth. Mr. Chairman, I plead you not just as a journalist, but as someone whose family was shattered, whose colleagues were assassinated, and whose homeland is being held hostage by tyranny. Number one, launch a formal congressional investigation into the transnational repression by the Pakistani state actors on the United States soil and provide immediate justice to my family, which is in terrible situation right now. Number two, enforce global Magnitsky sanctions on all responsible for torture, extrajudicial killing, election rigging, and censorship, including generals like Ahmed Munir, ISI officials, and civilian collaborators. Number three, condition all US aid, military cooperation, and financial support to Pakistan on verifiable reforms and independent judiciary, free elections, and end to the political persecution and media freedom. Publicly condemn and classify the Islamabad massacre, the killing of the journalist Arshad Sharif, and ongoing systematic torture as crimes against humanity. Today, I ask you not to rest. Stand with truth, stand with justice, stand with the people of Pakistan, and tell the tyrants your crime will not go unpunished. Thank you.